Alright, we got a piece of northern white cedar here. I got my little draw knife here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make some legs for a bench. Basically I'm just going to draw knife them kind of smooth here so they look a little better. And I'm going to cut them all at 18 inches. I haven't done it this way before, so it's going to be kind of a learning experience, but my thought is I'm going to cut these at 18 inches and then I'm going to make a jig because the slab I'm screwing these to is nowhere near level. But it's a slab that I have, and I think it's kind of nice looking and I'd like to really use it. So I'm going to screw or probably dowel these on to that slab, and then after these are attached to the slab I'm going to make a jig and I'm going to try and cut the feet square while they're on the slab so they all line up. I've never done this, but in theory it sounds like a good plan. So what I'll do here is I'll get this old inner bark and stuff off of here, and I'll get 4 legs here cut at 18 inches, and then I'll show you how I'm going to try and attach these to the bottom of that slab. Alright, I got this new to me Makita sander, and I'm thinking, I haven't tried this before, so we'll learn in real time. Take this off. Woo, full of dust. I should have cleaned that earlier. But I bought some 36 grit ultra leveling, it says, sanding belts. And what we're going to do, I'm going to stick one on. Let me make sure the direction's going the right way here. And the reason I'm going to try this is to get rid of, there's a big, I don't know if you'd call it a knot, but where a branch was, I guess I don't know the actual term for what you would call it for where a branch was. But that's what I'm dealing with, and I'm thinking this tool here will famous last words, I should go get a dust mask, but this is going to be really quick, so I won't. I'm sure I'll regret this. This bag's been awesome at catching the dust for this tool here. Although if you've just seen there, I didn't have the bag on and it just blew a bunch of dust in the air. But we'll see. This knot, how long it takes, this knot is about 1 inch. Again, I don't know if I should be calling it a knot, but it's where a branch was. Seems to work better putting it in the middle of the sanding belt here. I better tighten my vise up. I didn't have her very tight there. Smells good. Yeah, it's throwing quite a bit of dust off here. Next time I'm definitely going to put the mask on. Alright, did I get enough of it? Grab this bad boy. I guess it's just a matter of personal preference on how you want that section to look. Yeah, I'm gonna sand her a little more. I wish you could smell it. God, that smells good. Good stuff. Ooh, she chunked a little bit there. Before you say it, I will. Hey, this guy could use a sturdier bench. This bench here, when I first bought my welder, just like this, if you can't tell, I have minimal experience woodworking. I'm kind of trying to self-teach myself here, and I enjoy it. I mean, by trade, I'm a mechanic, and that's all I've ever done. And now I'm trying to get into woodworking, and I'm building buildings and stuff like that, and there's definitely a learning curve, but I am thoroughly enjoying myself with it. And the reason like this bench is shaky, this bench, I went out and bought a welder. God, that had to be 20 years ago. Bought a welder, never welded before, and this bench is the first thing I made. So, you know how it is. I mean, some stuff, even though it's like, I could do better than that now, by far, but it's got a little sentimental value, you know. First thing I've ever welded up. This will be the last leg. I got the other three cut already. And this stuff I'm kind of playing with because, like I said, I'm going to be building some buildings. I'm going to be actually building a log cabin, but I'm thinking more of the dovetail style logs. So, and I'll probably be cutting them with a chainsaw mill. So, I'm thinking the only parts that I may have to do this would be the tops and the bottoms. But as with everything, I'm sure that'll be a learning experience too. I even like the idea of hand hewing them. I mean, I got, yeah, I can show you that. Walk through my messy garage here. I got this. This is a log from the old log cabin that's on the property. And it's actually in the same spot where we're going to be building ours. And you look at it, I'm not sure how good it's showing up on the video, but you can see, oh, this side's a lot better. You can see how they hand hewn this. And it's just crazy. You sit there and you look at it, and the time and love that someone put into this. You know, at one time I like to when I'm taking this log cabin apart, and it's falling in on itself. I mean, they had a rock foundation on this thing, and it was pretty old. But we're taking it apart, and I just can't help but, you know, I stand there and I look back at one time this cabin was brand new, and a family, you know, stood there outside of it looking at it, and I mean, man, they had to be proud looking up. These logs had to be shiny and new. I mean, just the smells too. I can't imagine, you know, coming in, you're out working in the fields, you come in and you got this beautiful log cabin that you built with your own hands. Man, that had to be a nice time to be alive. But my goal has changed multiple times for where we're gonna build our house. You know, originally first I was thinking timber frame, and who knows, it may change between now and then, but right now I can't help but think it would be an honor to stand at the bottom of the hill and have a cabin built that looks like the one that sat there probably 100 plus years ago. So, you know, and this, granted, and who knows, before I was thinking chainsaw mill, who knows, maybe I'll get crazy, I'll test it out on a couple, and maybe I'll try hand hewing a couple logs. See if it's something feasible for me. But sorry to get off track there. I'll go finish up that other leg, and then we'll see if we can make the base and get it ready to attach to that slab I got. All right. So here's the slab I got. I can show you the slab. It's kind of messy in here, but it always is. All right, let's set that up. I got 4 legs, this being one of them. So what we're gonna do, I bought this thing at Home Depot, doweling kit. It's nothing fancy. Never used one before. Not 100% sure if these dowels are going to be strong enough for a bench. I've been really debating on that, but I figured, and I even bought some 1/2 inch ones. These are the 3/8, these are the 1/2 inch. So there's a significant size difference. You know, I think this would definitely work for sure. But how am I going to find out if this doesn't work unless I put a couple of them on and maybe jump around on this thing? Oh, it's got a little, the set screw isn't started yet. It's got the little set screw in there. Get this going here. And I assume this is just a stopper. Whoa, there went my Allen wrench. Oh. So their instructions are pretty much non-existent. So, but we ain't gonna want to go more than halfway, I would assume. So if we put this on, I'm pretty comfortable with that. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but another one bites the dust. And that ain't gonna go through. So it's got these, this is why I pretty much bought it. It's got these things. So I'm assuming you're drilling the hole, put them in, give her a little whack, and you're going to leave an indentation, and then I'll know where to drill the holes in this one. So I just happen to have a drill here. I mean, what's the guy do? 3? Well, if I do 3, I'm not going to have enough. unless I switch over to the 1/2 inch ones. I'm going to drill a hole here. 1. 2. Alright. Now the thing is with this, is that going to be sturdy enough, you think? Well, I don't know. I mean, you get someone fat like me sitting on there, it might not be. But we'll put these in. Ooh, I just thought of how hard are them things going to be to get back out of there. Okay, what side do I want on the inside? Probably put it like that, huh? That way that sits out. Okay, that left 2 little indents in there. And that's what we got going there. I don't know how hard them are going to be to get out. I don't have a screwdriver sitting here. So I'm probably going to have to get a screwdriver to get them out of there. So, I'll drill. I guess I never even looked, make sure you're on camera here. Alright. Boy, is that going to be enough? Boy, there's a lot of play in there. I must have not, probably I didn't hold the drill bit as good as I should have, maybe, huh? Alright, now, getting these things out of here. I gotta, because I'm lazy, first I'll try a screw. Ooh, 1. Gotta get lucky every once in a while, eh? Now I'm debating on whether I go get a 1/2 inch drill bit and drill that out, or whether I leave that like that. So my idea was to kind of clamp it, to put gob of glue on there and clamp her down. God, it just doesn't seem like they're big enough, does it? Well, there's only one way to find out. I'm going to, before I shut it off, I'm going to go outside, I'll get some clamps, and I'll glue this on, and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, now we got this. We're going to try just 2 of these on this bench, and this we'll use this bench kind of like a test. Wow, glue half covered up my hole. Need Hercules to squeeze this bottle, get any glue out of there. Alright, let's get some glue gobbed in there. I would much rather have too much glue than too little on this project. Alright. Wanna do that, but yeah, we could use a little more glue. So I think I'm going to be counting on the glue, doing most of the holding on this thing. Never used these dowels before. Boy, I wish I was getting more glue down in there. Next time I'll be ready. All right. All right. So I'm gonna get a little squeeze out, I imagine. Got this clamp right here. All I'm gonna do is clamp her down nice and tight. All right, that looks about good. All right, we'll let that set up. I usually wait till the glue about half sets up, and then I can scrape it away. I say usually, but I've never did it on a project like this. But I'm assuming it works the same. Wood is wood, ain't it? All right, here's what we got here. Got an anchor on it. Hold it from moving. I put some little spacers under here, just pieces of plastic, so it doesn't move. I screwed two pieces of, I don't know, I think they're 2x10 together. I just like that. And I drew a little line marking the edge, because my theory is, and then I had this, it's just an old piece I was going to make a birdhouse out of, but I haven't developed a plan completely in my head yet. So, because I was thinking going this way, then I was thinking going this way. I don't. That's another project. But I lined that on there, just set it on there, and I drew a line. And I'm going to do this for the 4 legs. And my thought is, I was going to try cutting it with this blade like this. And I will see how that works. I might end up using a Sawzall or something though, but we'll have to see. Alright, I'll shut her down for now, and I'll try cutting these off and see if it works, or if this was a horrible idea. Alright, we got the legs all cut. It's hard to show it, but they're all actually pretty even. Got it sitting out here. I moved them into here because I'm going to do another phase of this. But again, just screwing 2 boards together and being able to mark the legs with that worked pretty darn good. You know, of course, in a perfect world, I'd have a straight top where, you know, I'd router it or sand it, but I kind of wanted to work with this. I didn't want to take a bunch of thickness away from it because it was already getting pretty thin. So in a pinch like that, making something like this worked out good. Another thing that's kind of interesting, I don't know, you can see this crack here. These logs had sat outside while they were in a covered, you know, a dry garage. You know, so that they had no exposure to the elements for over 2 years. yeah, it was over 2 years ago I cut these. And they sat drying, and I had kind of debarked them. As you seen when I was taking them off, they had most of the bark removed, but they weren't cleaned like this. But as soon as I took it into the house with the heat on, whoop, we got this overnight, this big crack. And then there's another piece here. I'm not sure if it's showing up real good. I mean, it's not the end of the world. This is basically using up a slab that had so much twist in. You know, I initially thinking I ain't going to be able to use it for anything. But I was like, well, if I could slap some pieces on, because I have all this. I have all this already. So I thought maybe I can slap some pieces on it. You know, and I'll try to keep the build time in under an hour. And if I can do that, you know, I'll slap a coat of sealer on it or something, and you know, maybe I can salvage and get $20 or something, you know, sell this, because that's what this stuff's about. My skills are very limited in woodworking. It's always been a hobby, and it'll probably only ever really be hobby level. But I'm hoping over the winter to work on wood crafts like this, and then sell them for reasonable prices, you know. Have like stop at maybe a flea market or one of them roadside setups, and you know, set up for a day and sell some of this stuff and hopefully pay for some of my expenses up north. But okay, back to the thing at hand here. Why I'm in this different room from where you see me getting these legs ready to cut is what I'm going to do. And I don't have it ready yet. I had some scraps here. And I got another one laying around here somewhere. But I'm going to measure down, and I'm going to grind a groove in these and get it so it fits in between these two legs. And I got one over here. I didn't cut him or sand him down yet, but I'm hoping to get this guy going in here. And then I'm going to have another one go across down the middle. And I think that will add to the looks of it. Should be pretty simple. I'm just going to use the old, got an old rigid. I picked this up at a garage sale. And that, so I'm gonna use this thing to kind of round them off and see if I can make her fit. So I'll get to it, and I won't bore you with a bunch of sanding, and I'll get these in there, and then we'll come back. All right, I got the pieces I was showing you. I got them glued on here. It's looking pretty rough, but basically what I did is I stuck pocket hole screws in, and on each side of here to hold it to the legs, and then I put their plugs in, and the glue is drying, and I'll sand that down tomorrow. I smeared some wood filler. This stuff, we'll see how good that works. And on this center stretcher, I think you call them. Basically, I drilled a hole and I stuck a 1/2-inch plug in. Let me grab one. I used one of these. So basically, there's a screw going through that stretcher. But she needs some more sanding. And I'm gonna put little feet in here. And I'll, after I get her sanded down, I'll bring her back and we'll see how it turned out. All right, we got the bench all done here. I just put some natural stain on it. So it kind of looks like here. Lighting ain't necessarily the greatest, but I think it turned out pretty good. Still got the live edge, you know, you can see all the worm marks and everything in there. I ended up putting little feet on the bottom. If you look, because with the way this was twisted, the slab was kind of twisted. I figured it may not be done moving yet. So I put adjustable feet on here, and you can just turn and raise and lower them. And it's pretty sturdy. I did a little jumping around on her. I haven't been able to break it, so I think it turned out pretty good for a chunk of wood that was close to becoming firewood. But you can see how it's pitched, how it's twisted there. But a person will never notice as you're sitting on it. I like it, and if I don't sell it, I'll be happy to have this in my house. All right, well, take her easy.